So hello and welcome to the county of Northumberland. I'm here with Brendan Van Son, that one there, and Jodie, his better half. And yeah, they're visiting for a couple of days, and obviously while they're here we want to go out and shoot some stuff. So where better to take a Canadian and a southerner than the Northumberland coastline. So we've come to Dunstanburgh to shoot at Embleton Bay, the beautiful castle, long sandy beaches, black boulders. I've been here a couple of times in the past. It's one of my favourite go-to locations. Only this time I'm shooting medium format with the GFX. So very excited about that side of things because I haven't even switched it on yet. I'm just gonna break it out, have a play, and hopefully test out that medium format 50 megapixel beast. Very much looking forward to it. And on another note, conditions are absolutely superb. So there's a couple of things that I quickly want to mention. I said before that it was beautiful weather, perfect light. We've got the sunset to the west where there are no clouds apart from a thin haze, quite high altitude. But to the east and to the south we've got high altitude clouds, nice and wispy clouds, and they, for sure, I'm quite certain are going to catch the setting sun, so we should get some really fantastic colours away from the direction that the sunset is happening, which is great. Another thing that I want to mention is, you see all of these rocks here? They're not usually here, so what's happened is a big storm will have rolled in and washed away all of the sand, revealing the rocks. And that's what's so good about shooting seascapes, is it's ever changing. The beach is always changing as the tide ebbs and flows. So you come here, I've never seen this before, so I'm looking forward to using some of these rocks in the foreground.
I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door. I had no reason to complain.
So I had a very quick look around these rocks here, these newly emerged rocks, or at least they're new for me. I couldn't find a composition, I couldn't make anything work. The elements within the frame were fighting each other rather than working in harmony. So you've got the estuary just here, and obviously you have all of the rocks, and then you've got the beach and the castle, which is over there. And everything was pointing in the wrong direction. The rocks made it feel cluttered, and although the light's gorgeous, the texture of the rocks is fantastic, the scene itself is beautiful. Trying to put all of those elements together in a single harmonious photograph, that's the challenge, and unfortunately I couldn't make it work here, so we're going to pack up, head down the beach and try something else. Plenty of time until sunset, so yeah, it's a shame though. I'm a bit gutted I couldn't make this work, but we only had 5 minutes here, no big deal. So we're about 1 hour from sunset and we're making our way south down the beach to location number 2. Very hopeful that we're going to get some fantastic colours in the sky. I see it all the time where the sun sets to the west and just lights up the clouds over the sea to the east. It's always gorgeous, and I'm sure that's going to happen tonight. So we're about half a mile from the next location, which is amazing black boulders crusted in white barnacles. Shot there many times before, it's beautiful. And whilst walking down there, I remembered that this video is sponsored by Squarespace. So if you do need a website, go to squarespace.com/heater. Yeah. Wow. What a place. What a place. Good location, good company. What more could you want? So we've made it to the Black Boulder beach here. It's so treacherous, really slippy. Every single rock is like almost like it's laced with black oil. It's really slippy, so you have to be careful when walking. Another thing that you have to be careful about when coming to a location like this is you have to know what the tide is doing. Not only for your own personal safety, but for your composition as well. We know now that we have a receding tide, it's going out, which gives us nice peace of mind that we're not going to get cut off by the tide. But also it knows that when you frame your composition, bear in mind that the water is always retreating, so it could change. But most importantly of all, tread carefully, because it is a really it's like walking on steel boulders that somebody squirted washing up liquid on. Yeah, good fun though. And the great thing is no one else is here, so no footprints to worry about. So I'm currently perched on a rock right where the water's splashing over the boulders, and I'm getting a bit wet, but I think it'll be worth it for the shot. The sky's fantastic right now. Me and Brendan are yards apart. Let me just show you. There's Brendan. And I'm here. Now we're all friends here, and the reason that we're next to each other is because the shot here is straight down the coastline, and if we were to, you know, go and find our own little patch of land to shoot, it is inevitable that whoever is at the back or whoever is furthest north is going to have the other photographer in their shot. So we're just sticking together, you know, it's just a nice friendly photo shoot. No competition! Okay, very wet. So yeah, this is nice. Beautiful light, and I better get on with framing my composition and getting a shot. So I've got the 23mm prime on, but on this medium format camera that is about 18mm full frame equivalent. It's really difficult to film because I'm just getting soaked. Now I'm putting a polarizer on the front of this lens to get rid of any glare off the rocks, but for some reason I can't get my adapter to secure properly onto this lens, probably because it's cold or I'm just faffing on too much, so I have to be very careful not to drop my polarizer. But yeah, this is really nice. It's a simple composition, vertical. I'm shooting at f16. My shutter speed is probably going to be around about the 1 second, 2 second mark. And looking at this scene, I'm probably going to focus stack it. So I'm going to focus on the castle and I'm going to focus on the rocks in the foreground. And just, I haven't used this camera, so I don't know how it, you know, because obviously medium format has an effect on your depth of field, so I need to figure all of that out. So to be safe, I'll be doing a bit of focus stacking. But yeah, the light is nice right now, but it's fading and it's fading fast, so I'm going to get this photograph very, very quickly. So that didn't go as well as planned. Basically, I think it was a mistake coming out here without having a proper play with the camera. I just basically took it out of the box and then came straight out here because I was excited to use it. But there are a few things that I couldn't get to grips with on the camera that held me back, stopped me getting the shot at its best. Now I framed a nice composition and we had beautiful light, and I did take a photograph, but I didn't have any filters, I didn't have a polarizer, and I didn't do any focus stacking. That photograph actually was for Jodie. I'm going to link to Jodie's channel here. She's making a fun video with her phone camera versus a 5D Mark IV versus a GFX R. So, you know, we might not be able to see the difference in web resolution. Don't knock it. You know, go and check her channel out and see that video. So anyway, I digress. A couple of things I couldn't get to grips with the camera, and it's probably quite embarrassing, and I apologise to all you Fuji guys, but I used the dial on the top to assign my shutter speed, and I only realised when it was too late that I could only get the shutter speed down to 1 second, and then I'm thinking, okay, well I don't need 1 second, I need 5 seconds, how on earth? And I'm faffing around with the menu and I can't figure out how to get the shutter speed down to 5 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever it was that I needed. So I ended up just using aperture priority, which is fine but not great when focus stacking, because you get different exposures, different exposure values per image, and then it's very difficult to blend. So I kind of messed up there. And then my filtering wouldn't attach to the lens, but that's neither here nor there. That was just me faffing on because it's cold. But the thing with this lens, this is the 23mm prime lens. I was trying to focus it to infinity using live view, magnified all the way in. Now I'm going to talk about this more in my next video, and I'll go out and I will do some tests, but I couldn't get this lens focused on the horizon. The image was just incredibly soft and blurry, so I thought, okay, I've got water on the lens, and I had a look and there was no water on the lens. I just couldn't get this. You know, with my Canon, when I zoom in and then focus, it's pin sharp. You can say, yeah, that's sharp, bosh, done. But this lens, it was fuzzy as anything, and that was yeah, I'm not sure if because when you focus on the live view, obviously the aperture's open. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look at the images and see if they're sharp. If they are sharp, no big deal. But yeah, that threw me a bit, and that meant I was faffing on trying to get water off my lens and trying to figure out why I couldn't get the image sharp. One thing led to another, the light went, and I just don't think I got the image at its best. But so I've just looked at the image that you've just seen. I just looked at it on the back of the camera, and actually it looked fine. It looked great, actually. I'm really happy with it. I don't know, I'll tell you what we're going to do next video. So on Sunday we'll go into my office. I've just got a new computer and a new monitor, so I'm going to look at the 50 megapixel GFX file, and I'm also going to do a couple of test shots, because I know with the Nikon D850 I wasn't very thorough, and you know, as much as I hate being thorough and doing tests, I don't like testing stuff, I just want to go out and use it. But yeah, I'm gonna check, because when I was trying to focus the lens it was difficult because it was so soft. I'm guessing it's because the aperture was wide open for the live view, I don't know. And yeah, I just want to basically look at the files and go over a little bit about what I said and do that. So, sorry, I'm trying not to fall and break an ankle and talk to you guys at the same time. I'm gonna go, it's getting dark now. I want to thank you very much for watching. Sorry for this has felt a bit rushed of a video, but sometimes that's how it is. Thank you to Squarespace for their continued support, and even going forward to 2019. And I've just realised as well, it's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas everybody. Well, it's not Christmas Eve now. Christmas Eve when this video is going out. So yes, Merry Christmas. Is it Christmas Eve when this video goes out? No. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, sorry, Merry Christmas, and if you need a website or an online portfolio or a shop, you know, to host all your photographs and stuff, go to squarespace.com/Heaton and give it a free try. It's dead easy, even I can do it and I'm a moron. And if you like your free trial, go to squarespace.com/Heaton. Oh, we're back on the grass. /Heaton. And get 10% off your first purchase. So, we are going to love you and leave you. Don't forget to go and check out Jodie's video where she compares her phone versus Brendan's camera versus the GFXR. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that, it's gonna be awesome. And check out Brendan's channel if you don't know him. I'm sure a lot of you do, but yeah, travel photographer, travels the world and somehow finds himself in Northumberland on a cold, windy evening. So, this video's gone on for too long. Join me in my office on Sunday and we'll look at these files and try and figure out where I went wrong with the camera. Alright, until then, bye for now.